While on the outside, it resembles a mid-length M16 with its 16-inch outer barrel. On the inside, the real Type 91 closer resembles the HK416 with its reliable piston-operated blowback system. What's going on? Vincent here with a review on something a little different for you today. The G&G GTW91, or the Type 91. Being the official rifle of the Taiwanese Army, I suspect that there's some underlying pride there for Taiwan-based G&G. Taking a look at the externals, I think that this is the case. G&G really put in a solid effort for build quality on this one. The first thing you'll notice is the unique Polymer handguard. While it's easy to criticize the decision not to go with the metal rail, Polymer does have its advantages. Cost being the obvious one, Polymer rails are lighter in weight and often just as durable. Comfort-wise, metal rails, even Keymod or M-Lock rails, still have sharp metal edges that dig into your fingers or your back if you sling the rifle. In hotter or colder temperatures, I'd rather be touching Polymer than hot or freezing cold metals. While I'm not saying that Polymer is better than metal, it's definitely something to consider if I'm looking for an outdoor gun that I'll be carrying for hours at a time. Take out the pin and the two halves of the handguard split, revealing the battery compartment. There's not a lot of room in there, so I would stick with a 7.4 volt LiPo. I really think G&G should have just went with a rear-wired battery. Credit where credit is due, G&G did an excellent job making sure the handguard is secure. It locks in tight with very little play. If you want to install a flashlight or a bipod, you do have a little section of rail for that purpose. Underneath the carry handle, you do have a standard top rail for your optical goodies. The front sight is integrated with the dummy gas block and is entirely constructed of metal. Now the stock looks familiar, but again is slightly different. It's a little more compact, and the butt plate is canted slightly inwards, making it a little more ergonomic to raise and lower the rifle. The Polymer is the same as the handguard with that nice grippy texture, and the fitment to the buffer tube is better than most, but still could use a little bit of shimming. The pistol grip is largely the same silhouette as the standard one, but has a little bit of fine texture, which feels good in the hands. The flash hider is a combination muzzle brake and flash hider, true to the real Type 91. It's made of metal and reveals a standard counterclockwise thread underneath. Taking a look at the receiver, I was a little disappointed to find that it was Polymer. Though in the hands, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It's got a nice convincing texture to it, and the trademarks are crisp and defined. Now the eagle-eyed among you might notice a few key differences on the right side. There is no forward assist and no brass deflector. Okay, forward assist we can live without, but what about all the left-handed soldiers? I suspect more than a few left-handed shooters had hot brass ejected in their face all day long. Ow, ow, ow. As far as the internals go, it's pretty much going to be standard combat machine internals. Over the years, combat machines have proven to be quite reliable, decently accurate, and most importantly, highly upgradable should you choose to push the gun further. Taking a look at the trigger, it's a standard G&G combat machine trigger. No ETU here. That being said, it operates smooth with about 4 millimeters of travel until the brake. Brake is at the end of travel, so no over travel. The reset is pretty long, right at the start of travel, but at least there's a positive click so you know when you can pull off your next shot. Velocity is on the lower end of Canadian spec models, hovering around 370 feet per second. Accuracy is definitely good, being able to hit all of the small targets with little issues, even with the iron sights. The ergonomics to this gun feel good, and everything feels familiar, but just a little bit different. And there you have it, the G&G GTW91. I like this rifle. I really do. It feels great in the hands, and I really dig the old school looks. Now, it's not gonna blow anyone away with performance, but at the end of the day, it's a relatively low cost option that would look great as a collector's piece. As always, thanks for watching, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you in the next one.